Sun's just coming up. And the reason I'm up this early is, unfortunately, the camera that sits on the helmet has died. So, got to go find a replacement somewhere, otherwise can't really film motorbike stuff. So I think the nearest town is Burnie, so I have to head back there, see if I can find a replacement, then get on with the trip. So it's not going to be any bike footage until I sort something out. Anyway, these things happen. So I packed up my gear and headed off. As I was backtracking, I decided to take the most direct route to Burnie, through mostly farmlands. Is this thing working? Just pulled over here to have a break, and I really need to get out of that car park. I've been there way too long. So I started this morning in Nelson Bay and to Burnie, and Murphy's Law, no camera on the helmet. Saw a Tasmanian devil. Really saw one. I was like, wow, came around. Anyway, amazing ride too, really cool. Just nobody on the roads, winding like most of Tasmania. Got to Burnie, went to 3 stores, none at the first, none at the second. Cameras I'm talking about, the one that broke last night. Third one, got to it, and they had 2. It was a brand I haven't had success with, we'll say, GoPro. There's always something gone wrong with them. So I thought, okay, give it another go. It's all they've got, and I put it on, set it up, all worked well, all that, and then I went to charge it because it didn't have much battery left, and it wouldn't charge. So I tried everything, cords, power, everything. So I went back into the store, they tested everything out, and yeah, charging issue. So replaced it, and then went back outside in the car park and set up the whole thing again and got it going. So we'll see how this goes. I'm hoping GoPro redeem themselves, please. See, they've even got 2 boxes. 1, 2, 1 camera. So next up, we're going into the mountainous region, or hills, mountains. Depends how high you need a mountain to be. And going to explore. There's some old towns there that used to produce nickel, copper, tin back in the day. So go and have a look around there. And if the footage off the new camera isn't great, it's probably my fault because I haven't worked out the settings yet. Hopefully work that out, and it should actually be better than the last one. I continued south. I'd been told there was a great place to watch sunsets and sunrises over the mountains, but it did involve a bit of a hike. The starting point was a town called Tala. I found the start of the trailhead, but I'd first have to work out what to do with my bike and most of my gear, as I wouldn't be able to carry it up the trail. So I pulled into Tala because a friend told me about a hike up Mount Farrell where there's apparently a lake. Being on a bike and gear, I wasn't sure what I was going to do there, but I pulled into this place, which is the Tala Lakeside Lodge, and just asked the question. You don't know unless you ask. Just said, can I leave my bike in your car park and put a bag behind your counter? And they kindly said yes. So, issues that we may have. If you may have watched a couple of the other episodes, especially the last one, I started limping. For some reason my foot started getting sore, so that could be an issue. And I'm very unfit, so there's another issue. So I've sorted out some gear, strapped to the back of the backpack and left most of the gear here. And yeah, I'll head off to the trailhead. So, I left the bike and we're off. It's a hot one. I've made it to the trailhead. Up the top's a lake, but to get there I have 2 litres there, another litre in the bag, and there is a lake, so if I get real desperate I have a life straw which filters water to make it drinkable. I've also got my EPIRB in case something happens. Just because I'm travelling by myself, it's basic stuff so it doesn't make a crappy situation get really bad. So, it is warm from Tassie, it's about 27 degrees. Gotta watch out for snakes because all snakes in Tassie are poisonous. The tigers are the worst ones. But we should be good, hopefully. Let's get this show on the road. She's a little bit steep. Got through the first uphill bit. Luckily it flattens out. It was pretty steep. See, even puffing. Oh, to be fit once again. Hopefully it's more like that than that. No, it seems that the flat bit was just an anomaly. It's probably all steep. Seems to have eased off again, which is good. Well, for me. Lots of moss, a couple of big tall trees. Not sure what they are, these ones, but no snakes yet either, so always a bonus. The height of Mount Farrell is 712 metres above sea level, and Tala is 169. So I had 543 metres of elevation if I wanted to make it to the very top of the mountain. So it shouldn't be too difficult, hopefully. Bit over halfway. Apparently, I know I'm near the top when it starts to clear of trees. The forest then opened up to a grassy meadow. Grassy, snaky. I wonder if I should put long pants back on. It is still hot though. I don't know if you can hear that buzzing. It's all the native bees. Can you? She's definitely overgrown on this path. Not sure how many people come up here. I haven't seen anybody yet though. I finally made it to the ridgeline and got to see what was on the other side, which was Lake McIntosh. Well, this is my campsite for the night. The lake's surface is at 219 metres elevation. It covers an area of 31 square kilometres. The length of the lake is 17.5 kilometres. The widest part is at 3.5 kilometres, and the shore length is 83 kilometres around. Wonder what it's going to be like at sunset. There is another lake that side. Sun's going that way. It'll be interesting. The only bit of flat ground I could find. The tent will fit. Better set up. I made sure I was positioning the tent for the best view when I was looking out, and pumped my air mattress up the easy way. Tent's all sorted. It's a tight squeeze, but I've got it in there. So now it's, again, the usual thing, waiting for sunset. There is a lake just down that direction. I'm going to leave it for the morning. A nice brisk morning swim, we'll say. Top of the hill, or mountain, I guess it's got mountain in front of it, so it must be a mountain. It's just up here. But I see no need to conquer a mountain. This is good for me. Now to sit back and do nothing. I did what is sometimes hard, just sitting back and taking it all in. No exploring, no keeping busy, just looking out from the ridgeline in awe of what the Tasmania wilderness had to offer. Not a bad spot to be ending the day. Probably not too many people actually know about it, but it is stunning. All I can hear is birds, a little bit of wind. Lake Macintosh was created in 1980 by the damming of the Macintosh River, which is part of Tasmania's hydro skiing. It was time to get into the tent and call it a night.